Wrath of the Lich King Classic is getting overwhelmed. I know he's talking about the server issues. We watched Stay Safe's video yesterday. It's Ron Jeremy. It is Ron Jeremy. I haven't heard Esfand's take in it, but here's an idea, it says. So I'm going to assume he's making suggestions on what they can do. First of all, I haven't watched the video. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, Blizzard needs to do something to actually really entice people to leave these servers. And it's got to be more than, hey, we'll let you transfer for free, considering most of these people spent money to transfer to that server. You can't say, hey, transfer this. You can transfer the server. Oh, oops, sorry. Where you tried to transfer to is broken, but we're not going to give you your money back. We're going to allow you to choose somewhere else instead. No. I paid for the service to go there. If you can't provide a proper service once I get there, then I want my money back. But they're not offering that. So I don't know what Esfand's idea is. But I've said this multiple times now on stream and in other videos that it's ridiculous that Blizzard is not offering some sort of financial incentive, whether it's a free month. Yeah, that would actually be hard. Here's why. I've been going on about how Blizzard should offer to give you a free month subscription if you transfer off. What if you just transfer like a level 1 or level 70 you don't even use? You get a free month for that? Or do you have to transfer like every single character on your account? I didn't actually think about that before. How do you offer a free month unless they're willing to transfer their entire character base to another server? Anyways, let's see what Esfand has to say about it.
Is probably the most popular this game has been since launch. The queue times are absolutely ridiculous. You're getting 20k queues every day on Benediction alone, on the server that I play Alliance on. You're getting, I think last night it hit what, 9-10k on Sky Fury, the new fresh server. So the queues are getting insanely out of hand. I want to try and kind of brainstorm and come up with some ideas for good, legitimate solutions to how to fix this problem, or really not how to fix the problem, but I guess what should Blizzard...
While he's coming up with ideas, chat, let me know what you think. If you're watching this on YouTube, give me your ideas down below. Give me some actual ideas that you think, could be used to entice people to actually move to other servers. Don't just give me, oh, it's broken, it'll never be fixed. Try and come up with something original, whether, a free month, a lot of people have said that, but try and come up with something that might entice people. Some people have suggested, like, even a faster XP boost or something like that, or what have you, but it's got to be some sort of incentive for people to leave, because everybody's going to want to be on the servers that are more popular. And even though they're giving free transfers, people are just not, they're just not transferring because they don't want to transfer to a server that's going to be dead in 3 months and then have to pay again to go back to Fairlina or Benediction or what have you. Right?
Blizzard do in order to counteract these queues? They've already opened up free transfers to some servers, but the servers that they've opened free transfers to, people seem to not really want to go play there. So it's not working, at least not at a very high rate. I would like to go and I would like to come up with some ideas, maybe with chat. Okay, that's why I'm doing this on stream. And kind of pick people's brains and see if it's like, okay, wait, this will work. And I want to try to talk to some people at Blizzard about it and see if we can kind of help them come up with a good solution. The queues are almost like it's its own feedback loop, because what happens is...
Wait, was it his birthday? What's his happy birthday? Did we miss Esfand's? His birthday's every day, but did we miss his actual birthday?
Whenever you have the queues being so long, people will go to additional lengths to not log on.
Hey, when was this? I watched his stream like yesterday, and he's got like a huge like TV entertainment center here now. Oh, it was on the 9th. So yeah, I think yesterday or the day before, he was putting together like this huge, like entire wall entertainment thing. It looks actually really good, but...
off because they don't want to have to sit in a queue whenever they want to log back on later, right? It's similar to like a self-fulfilling prophecy or whatever, right? It's like a positive feedback loop, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's all the same thing. The queues themselves cause the queues to be even longer because people will go to additional lengths to not try and log on.
How he's got a huge bookcase there now. A bookcase? Really? Books? Anyways, how many of you guys in chat are using like something similar to like either Chrome Remote Desktop or something similar? Put ones in chat. Like everyone's using it, right? Like our entire guild is using it. Because we're trying to get on for raid. People get home usually, they used to usually get home from work like 20 minutes before raid. They'd log in, and now they can't do that. You don't leave your house? If you played, you would use it? So Trip 7 is the only one using it? I know more than you than that are using it. I'm using it. I use it every day. I used it twice today. I used it for well, no, just once for today. No, twice. I used it for raid. I logged in, raided, and then I was exhausted. So then because I was so tired, I then went and logged out, waited for the queue to be able to log onto the queue again, went on the queue, saw how long it was again, and then went to bed and set my alarm so it would wake me up like 10 minutes before that was supposed to pop. So, yeah, anyways.
Off because they don't want to queue whenever they log back in, thus causing the queues to be even longer. There we go. There's no queue on Benediction right now. Yes, but it's also 11:19 a.m. on a Wednesday. So most people in America are either at work, at school, or asleep. Actually, it's 11:20. Frick, you're right now. It changed. There's actually a 5-minute queue right now in Benediction. That's crazy.
Instead of having server queues or forcing transfers, why doesn't Blizzard just super glue the server blades together to make super big mega servers so everyone can play?
I love
Easy.
helpful suggestions.
True.
Helpful suggestions.
Good point. Everyone wanting to play with their streamer is the queue problem. No, it literally has nothing to do with it. I think it is so awfully disconnected to associate queues with their streamer. Especially when it comes to server.
How many of you guys in chat are actually on a server because your favorite streamer is there? And if you are, why are you not playing on Fairlina? Right? Why are you not playing on Fairlina? How come you didn't choose my server to play on? I don't think this is technically possible, but letting you sit in queue and hold the spot while letting you play on another lower pop server on an alt with no queue and letting you know when you're... I wonder if that would entice people to actually like move over and... But that's not getting you to move your character over and stop playing on that server, right? It must have gone cheap on the server. They should be able to add smaller queues for each layer. I'm not a, this might surprise you, but I'm not a server engineer thing person. That might surprise you guys, I know, but I have no idea how this stuff works. But they're saying they can't do more. We watched the video from Stay Safe yesterday where he's saying this is one of the guys from the community council basically called Blizzard out and said they were full of it, basically. And I don't know. I'm not. I know you're surprised, but I'm not actually a IT guy. I know you guys are absolutely shocked by that, but anyways,
Like
you're very surprised. I know
why. Because what streamer is playing on Benediction? They all quit. Almost everybody quit. Asmon doesn't play on Benediction. Chance doesn't play on Benediction. Stay Safe doesn't play on Benediction. I play on Benediction, but like I've been here for 9 months. Streamers have nothing to do with it. I think it's horrible. There are other streamers, right? But like, let's be honest.
When he transferred from
there's
Fairlina.
One streamer that,
by the way, they transferred from Fairlina because Horde won the war.
Demands a huge audience of people that just obsessively like gather around him like flies, and that's Asmon.
Yeah, Wrath launch, by the way, is in like a week and a half, right? Like just over a week and a half. And these servers are going to be a lot worse. Queue will be 50,000. We're going to be remote desktoping in on a Monday and hoping that we can get in, or sorry, on a Tuesday, and hoping that we can get in for Friday night. That's basically what's going to happen.
Right. It's super weird. I don't know. I don't get it. Asmund doesn't get it. Nobody gets it. Right. It's just, it is what it is. But it's not like that for Chance even. It's not like that for me. I mean, it wasn't a problem until pre-patch, absolutely. And the reason why is because Benediction, people want to go to the biggest party. This is the problem. People want to go to the biggest party. So they want to go where they think they have the most opportunity to play with the most amount of people, where I can get groups the easiest. I can find arena partners to PvP with. For the PvP community, if you're a PvPer, there's 2 servers to play on, essentially. There's Benediction and Fairlina. If you want to be competitive, those are the 2 places where you can go and you can find people to play with and you can arena with. If you don't already have your team preset, there are some other good teams from other servers. There's a good team from, I think, Grobulus. I've seen a good team from Whitemane. There's other teams, or there's other servers with good teams, but it's like 1 or 2 versus the overwhelming majority of good teams being Horde, Fairlina, and Benediction Alliance. Anyone got pineapple? Yes. I do have pineapple.
Oh, his girlfriend's happy.
I think coming up with solutions to the queue problem in Classic WoW, I think we have to go at it with some sort of like constants, right? Some assumptions. We're going to go ahead
some assumptions. What is he writing this in? Anyways, the whole concept of layers means there should be no queue. They just add layers, but they only have 1 login point per realm. From what I understand, like there is actually a limitation to how many layers they can put in. I didn't know that because when they were introducing how they were going to deal with the demand, they talked about how they can just add more layers. I didn't know that there was an upper limit to how many layers they could have.
Assume that they can't add more layers. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. We don't know that. I feel like Blizzard would be completely freaking stupid to not.
I agree with him. If they could just add more layers, I think they would just do it, and that would be the end of it. I think they would just do it. So
have the most simple solution, which is add more layers. 0 IQ to not just add more layers if they could. I'm under the assumption that they've already gone and they've added as many layers as they can. I genuinely believe that they can't add more layers. Let's start with that assumption, okay? Okay, hardware limitations are reached. They have 0 money.
They have 0 money.
They can't just buy more server space, whatever. They just can't do it, right? That's it. What other assumptions can we make? It isn't just a Blizzard thing. Let's talk about the community. Assumptions. Players are gathering on few servers because they want to play with the most people. Wait, Blade of Misfortune? Sarah Fortune. Wait, that's OP. Hold on. I will trade you Cenarian Bracers for a Blade of Misfortune. Very good.
What?
Nice. Okay.
You're also forgetting that we have to assume Blizzard has already tried sexually harassing the servers.
All those people are fired, okay? Let's be fair. All those people are gone. Actually, most of those people were already fired before then. This is Brian Birmingham. The short version is these realms.
Hold on. These realms are already 5 times the size of 2005 realms, and if everybody in queue went to a new realm, they'd fill that realm up too. But why did you allow that many people to come to the realm then? Why did you wait and accept? We know why. It's because they wanted the revenue, and now it's biting them in the ass, and they're still not offering people like a refund on those transfers. Yes.
Realms are already 5 times the size of the 2005 realms. If everybody in queue went to a new realm, they'd film that realm up too. So what does that mean? In vanilla, server cap was 3,000. 5 times. So what he's saying here essentially is there's 5 layers, and there is a whole full server of people worth 5-layer server of people, or worth of people sitting in queue for Benediction in the screenshot. Players.
I'm a software architect.
So basically what Brian Birmingham is saying is 15,000 people roughly online at a time is basically their limit. That's about as full as it can get, right? That's about as full as it can get. So that's how many people they're able to have online at one time. That's what private servers were doing. And we talked about this before. Why is it that a bunch of guys doing it in their spare time, running a private server in somebody's closet is able to do this, and yet, multi-billion-dollar indie company Blizzard can't do it? Elysium had 10K online. Nostalrius had 15,000 online. I believe Northdale had upwards of like 18,000 online maximum at a time. And it wasn't terrible. Like, it ran fine. So not exactly sure what they're going on about as far as, these queues. Like, this is a multi-billion-dollar company and they can't provide better servers. They can do it just for retail. And yet there's far more players playing Classic than there are retail. And you know why retail's getting favored? Because you buy mounts and all that sort of crap. Because revenue-wise, retail is probably still making more money. You think they went cheap? You think they went cheap on their servers? They did.
They need to change the way instances, battlegrounds and dungeons are run. Instead of running on the Realm server, they dynamically allocate server space on the fly to run the instance. Then they can just add hardware as needed when a realm/region gets popular.
That's not a solution of something that they can do like this week. And I don't know how
they need a solution for when Wrath launches. Let me ask you guys something. If they came and said, listen, we've got a solution to fix the server queues, but it's going to take a month. They're going to hold back the launch of Wrath of the Lich King for an extra month to serve to fix the server queues. Would you guys be okay with that? Or would you guys be even more pissed off at that point? I think I'd probably be all right with it. Honestly, I'd probably be all right. Now, I don't know that it would take a month. It might take 6 months. I have no idea. But I think most people would be fine with that if they just said, hey, listen, we've got some serious issues here. We can't force you guys off the server. We need to do some serious, changes to the server archetype or architecture, server, whatever mumble jumble technology words they use. We need to actually do something severe in order to fix this problem. It's going to take us a month. I think most people would probably be like, you know what? If you can provide like a great server and not have all these layers and crap like that, I think people would be good with that.
I have no idea how it's run. I'm trying to come up with a solution. What can you do to make people want to transfer off of these big servers to reduce the queues? What would get you to transfer?
$1 million.
That is a good place to start, and I think that's a good place to start for everybody. Think for yourself, what would get you to transfer? I've thought about this. I think one solution...
Would any of you transfer for 1 month subscription? Stay on the server no matter what. I do too. Would any of you transfer if they paid for a 1 month sub? They said, here's one month sub on us if you transfer off the server. I don't think it would be even if something that's to be fixed within half a year. I don't either. MOC. I agree with you. I think it would be much longer than a month. Free transfer away as long as free transfer back also. Like at a later time. I think they're wanting to get people off the server and to stay off the server.
Solution to reduce the sky.
If they offered me a free month membership, there's no way that's enough for me. There's no way. Like it's got to be something else. Like I mean, I think there would be people definitely that would transfer because of that though. Like I think there would definitely be people that would transfer because of that.
Sky Fury queue. This is only for Sky Fury, because Sky Fury had a 9K person queue. Add another fresh PvP.
For Sky Fury, oh, you know what? I just realized that this video is several days ago, and it's before they just launched some new, one new fresh PvP server. So the idea was that if you copied all of the characters on the server, and people agreed to move over to the other server, like they could fill something out online or something like that, and Blizzard would delete their character on Sky Fury and activate the character on the new server. So they wouldn't lose their progress type of thing. Although, are they allowing free transfers to the new PvP server? I don't know.
Oh, I have an idea. A VIP login priority pass. Tiered cost structure for priority
VIP
login
login
status.
pass.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Blizzard CEO. That's a great idea.
Wait, is this the guy from Warmain? I think that guy's from Warmain.
Sky Fury is the NA West PvP Fresh that was added. Add another fresh PvP server on the East Coast with free transfers from Sky Fury to NA East Fresh, whatever it's called. Ground Chill.
Ground chill.
Okay. I like that. Let's call it Ground Chill. Now you have another fresh PvP server, and you put it on East Coast instead of West Coast, and you offer free transfers from Sky Fury to this new fresh. I think that there's not really enough of a community established to where you're really like hurting or fracturing communities or whatever if you give people the opportunity to move to this other server. I think that this is not enough. In addition to free transfer to Ground Chill, right? I think you have to give more incentive for people to want to transfer, and I think that incentive comes from the boosted XP rate being so, for me, that was huge. I don't really want to level again, but given there's a boosted XP rate, I think if you give people an even a higher boosted XP rate on this Ground Chill server, take it from 50% to 100%, I think that would be a big time thing to get people to try and move. So not only are you putting it on East Coast, you increase the XP rate to plus 100% until Wrath on this server, until Wrath launch. I think this would actually pull a significant number of people from Sky Fury to this Ground Chill server. The reason why I think it'll pull more people...
I think they actually need to, like... Well, it's too late now. The servers came out yesterday. The servers came out yesterday, so I don't know... anyways. Doesn't look like org. No, it's not.
To transfer from Sky Fury to Ground Chill is because most of the people who are affected negatively by the queue situation, time is very valuable to them. They have jobs, they have normal working schedules, they go to school. So now not only are you giving them an opportunity to play on a different server where they might not have a queue, but also on top of that, you're increasing their XP rate even more, which makes their valuable time even, it increases the value of their time spent in the game. I love that Classic has just become a massive private server. Well, you're kind of right. The same thing happened in the private server community. People all congregated onto one big private server. There was always one per, like, at a time. There was always one that was just, that was the king. Nostalrius, Elysium, Light's Hope. Like that is one server is king. People want to play with the most amount of people, and that's just it. That's how it works. Have we completely ruled out having sex with the servers? Nobody is having sex with anybody, okay? There's no sex. Create a second fresh server and merge them X weeks after launch. Make all names taken from first server so there's no merge conflict. Huh.
Wait, what was this? Hold on, I didn't hear that.
Okay. There's no sex.
Okay, no sex. Now
Create a second fresh server and merge them X weeks after launch. Make all names taken from first server so there's no merge conflict.
That's what we just talked about.
Glutch.
You know where they got this idea from? I think maybe they got this idea from when, do you guys remember when Elysium got hijacked by White Kidney? And they basically took all the data for Elysium and then they put up Light's Hope with basically everybody's account. I don't know what they did. They destroyed the old Elysium server and left, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Stena, whatever her name is, and Krog. They basically left them with a server that just didn't work anymore and put up this new Light's Hope server and allowed everyone to basically just continue playing there. But it was basically an exact copy of the old server with everybody's character data and everything on it. So I wonder if that's what they got the idea
I wonder
from.
if that's possible. All names taken.
If it's possible, of course it's possible. We've seen it on private servers.
on Sky Fury will also be reserved on Ground Chill.
People will abuse the 100% and end up transferring off, eventually leaving servers dead again. Personal
That's a good
take.
point, actually.
So you can't transfer off for 3 months. This 100% to 50% XP rate going.
I think they should make these servers so you cannot transfer off of them. You just can't transfer off of them. Period. There's a lot of people that are they keep telling me that there were, you know, all these new servers, these fresh ones are going to be dead in 3 months. I don't believe that at all. Like, if you see the queues, why would people come here to make characters and then just transfer them off? Like, what's the point? You're not getting anything additional from transferring here, or from, you know, leveling here or anything like that. Like, what's the point? I really don't get it. So I think these servers are here to stay.
Until Wrath launch, which is less than 3 more weeks, is not going to make it. It has no impact on that. Has no impact on that. If the servers die after Wrath launch, as people go back and play on their main servers, then you can merge the servers after some time with no concern about naming conflicts or anything. You would merge them into whichever.
That's actually a good point. If they split the servers up now, and they've already like saved the name, so you can only have one Alodar on just one of those servers, then you're going to, if down the road the servers became, I don't know, like people abandoned them or made them less popular, you could merge them, and you wouldn't have 2 people with the same name on servers. Sounds like that should be easy enough to do.
Server.
Yantel Gaming, you think that people are playing these just for the hype? Like, I honestly think people are here to stay. Like, I think in 3 months we're going to look back at this and you're still going to see that Sky Fury is one of the busiest servers there is in NA. Right now it might be the busiest. So it might be the busiest.
Is most populated, east or west. Wouldn't
That's
Dungeon
actually not a
Finder
bad
been
idea.
cross realm lessen the feeling you need to be on a mega server? Dude, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, when people talked about years ago, no changes and slippery slope and all this stuff, I was one of the people that was, you have to account for the times. People play the game differently. There's different tech. There's different, just everything is different. And there's some changes that need to be made to account for all the knowledge people have and yada, yada, yada. Over time, Blizzard has actually finally opened up to this. However, now all of a sudden when we're talking about sharding and crossplay, and that is a genuine slippery slope, when does it end situation. Not the kind of stuff, most of the kind of stuff that people were talking about 3 years ago. The PvP community plays the game differently than the average players. I think most people who play this game, they find people to play with, they join a guild, they raid with their guild is a loot council or a DKP, or I still think that is the most traditional, common way that people play this game.
Great news. I got a job at Blizzard for my idea. Everything was going well, I had superglued 3 server blades together to make a big mega server, but then fucking David from accounting came in and stuck his dick in the server blades and broke it. Thanks a lot, David.
Thanks, David.
I'll keep you updated.
That's good. That's good stuff. Very good. Keep me up to date on that. Very
Thanks,
good.
David.
I said that people want to play with the most amount of people, right? And a bunch of these little factors, including the PvPers, adds to that. And because it's not just PvPers, it's people that want to play with have the join the best guilds. There's people that want to just have a large pool of people to play with. It's not just PvPers. This is really constructive. Great job. Dude, I'm trying really hard. I started watching it on the first day of Classic Beta. You were half asleep eating a corn
Carlos,
dog.
thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it.
Are you serious? I was not half asleep. I was completely asleep.
Wait, what was this? Hold on.
Really hard. I started watching it on the first day of Classic Beta. You were half asleep eating a corn dog.
He was fully asleep.
Are you serious? I was not half asleep. I was completely asleep. I was sleep eating. So this is what I think is a good solution for Fresh. Suggestions for everywhere. This is one that I'm kind of timid on, but I think it's a good solution for arenas. Maybe battlegrounds. I actually already mentioned this to somebody at Blizzard. Retail PvP system is an overwhelmingly welcome change for the PvP community. This would not make a huge impact, but it would help for the players that only play on Benediction / Fairlina, that only play there to PvP with people. Most people are looking for a partner.
That's actually kind of true, I guess, actually. Are there a lot of PvP? I guess a lot of the PvP crowd, they're either on Benediction or they're like the serious ones, because it is true, actually, isn't it? Like, I'm not serious into PvP anymore like I maybe once was back in the day, but if you were a PvPer and you wanted to find some really good arena partners, you're going to go to Benediction or you're going to go to Fairlina. I don't know what Whitemaine's like, but I think overwhelmingly people that are like, if you're Horde, you're going to Fairlina because you want to play with the top players. And I think the top Horde players generally have relocated to Fairlina. A lot of them started there at the beginning anyways, like right in the beginning of Classic. That's where a lot of them were right from the get-go. And that's probably maybe one of the reasons why a lot of the PvPers just went there.
Off platform and Discord communities, etc. So now they can play on Sulfuras, for example, and queue with someone from Benediction. I don't think it is a good idea for us to have cross-server grouping for raids and dungeons. I feel like this happened in retail, and it's one of the key components, one of the key things that years ago people said started to fracture server communities. Why PvP but not PvE? The reason why I think you should for PvP is because they added the new retail arena system, which gets rid of preset teams. And the nature of like the player behavior of how PvPers play is it's different than how PvEers play. And how, I mean, really just how most of the community of the game plays. I think if you can do cross-server handmade dungeon groups, but not Dungeon Finder. Okay. I don't really know. I think you could give people more XP if they server transfer.
That's another thing too. Like I hate Dungeon Finder. Cross Realm is a guild killer. Yeah, you know what? Like, I really like the one thing that I really like about Classic WoW is how community driven and how guild driven the game is. Whereas retail, they brought in all these, you know, life or these quality of life changes to, you know, quality of life to supposedly make the game easier to play, but it really hampers the ability for you to experience that community feeling. Now, there's going to be people that play retail that are going to be like, no, there's guilds that are there. You can still find a guild, blah, 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 type of thing. But it allows the player, I don't know, and a way to escape from having to actually join a guild and being, you know, joining a community. I just personally don't like it. And you can even see the same sort of thing with some GDKPs. Like, if you're just joining a random GDKP with people that you're never going to talk to again, to me, that's kind of boring. Now, I know there's GDKPs out there where it's basically the same core people every week, and then they just bring in buyers every week. I get that. And those guys become... But I like having a solid, you know, 25-man team, and it's the same group of people every week. So that's why I hate LFG and LFR. Like, I can't stand it because of that. PvP is already cross-run. When you queue with someone for BG or Arena, you face people from other servers. I understand that, Marl. I personally don't like cross-realm battlegrounds. I don't like them. I love the old-school vanilla or private server battlegrounds where you get to know the people that are on the other side, and you're constantly, like, you recognize the players on the other side. You learn to hate, you learn to compete against them. It's just not random. You know, it's just not some rando guy. It's damn, it's that rogue that sat me in the middle of the battlefield yesterday while I was, while I was trying to catch the CAD in the flag carrier or something like that. It's not personal anymore when it's cross realm. That's why I hate it for Battlegrounds. Is Horde and you get the Alliance side. Oh man, it is terrible when that happens, man. I wish you could opt out of that, to be honest, Nixon. I wish you could opt out of being like queuing up for the opposite side. I think I would opt out and rather just take the longer queue. Yeah. In fact, from what I understand, you can actually queue up and be on the Alliance side for AV as well. I did not actually know that. But we were in a battleground. I think one of our... Is that true, actually? Anyways. Yeah, I don't like having... I don't know. Anyways.
For people, a free month of game time, which that's a lot. I feel like that's one that is probably least likely to happen. Like, if you transfer to a dead server, you get a free month of game time for transferring as well.
But see, the problem with this suggestion, though, is what if somebody just takes a level 70 that they're never planning... I've got a level 70 druid on Faralina that I don't know that I'll ever play it again. I might actually transfer it to Benediction to do the same thing there that I'm doing here. I might actually do that. I don't know. But like, what if people just take a level 60 character that they don't plan on ever playing again and transfer it to another server just to get a free 1 month subscription? And that doesn't help anything because they're still playing on the regular server. Like, they literally have to do something that is going to push them to move their playtime to another server. Yeah, bots will get free game time. Yeah. Right. But, I mean, if bots are moving to a dead server, they're farming gold for people that don't even play there. So, I mean, hell, if that's a way for us to get rid of bots, then that's the way to get rid of bots, right?
People have to have a reason to do something like...
Who's he talking to? Is that NMP? I think that is.
Yeah, I think it's not worth it to most people too. The free month.
Exactly, like sitting in the queue.
It is.
Because the queue is going to be temporary, or not. It's not going to be this long forever, right? People will just quit. People
think.
have to go back to work. And people have only so much days off, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, people are motivated by being able to achieve something.
Yeah, it is him. Okay.
That's just life in general. People are motivated by achievements.
What can you give people an opportunity to achieve if they transfer to a dead server? I mean, it's already like, I keep saying the phrase dead server. It's just way less.
Oh, you know what they need to do? You ready?
What?
Okay, this might piss a lot of people off, but in the current state, every 3 hours, they need to disconnect everyone from the server.
No, they can't do that.
I'm dead serious. I thought the same thing this morning.
No, why they can't do that? Because what happens if you're somebody that's waiting in queue and then they kick everybody out, or you're waiting in queue, you log in, and then 5 minutes later they kick everybody out for 5. Like, come on.
I was like, what if they just did a force restart?
Bro, I can guarantee you.
Can you imagine waiting for 4 hours in a queue, logging in, and then logging in and seeing the Blizzard message saying servers are restarting in 10 minutes? Like, how angry would you get?
80% of the people in queue are AFK, and like 50% of people online are AFK. Just so they can play later if they want to. Just disconnect everyone, and I guarantee you everyone gets to play.
I think
I've been playing, and I've been DC'd, right? And then I've always gotten to play right away. I've never not been able to play.
Yeah.
After the
But
DC.
I think what NMP is saying is that the people that are inactive, when they get disconnected, they won't know that they're disconnected because they're AFK doing something else. And then when they finally get back to their computer, they see that they've been disconnected and they've got to wait in queue. I think that's what he's saying.
Jeez.
Well, because you have like 5 minutes of grace period or something, or like 3 minutes. I don't know what it is, but there's some degree of like grace period if you DC while AFK, or sorry, if you DC while playing.
Yeah.
So if they're AFK and they're not actually there, then yeah.
Exactly.
Now
like,
that would suck for the
lie.
people that are remote desktoping.
Yeah, that is. It was originally worded poorly, but I think Esfand basically explained what he meant. So that if you're AFK and it kicks everybody out, if you're AFK, you're not going to know to log back in. But if you're not AFK, you're going to log back in. Now, what happens if you're in a raid? Like if you're in a raid and suddenly they're like, okay, everyone's disconnected. I guess if they give you a warning, like it's 10 minutes or something like that, then, you finish a boss off or whatever, then you're like, okay, the servers are restarting. Make sure you log back in and as soon as the server, restarts or whatever, right? So
I know, but those people are also
I still don't like the
part of the
idea.
problem.
Yeah, they're also part of the problem. I mean, myself included. I mean, I've remote desktop before. Dude, yesterday I queued
it every
before I
day.
left to go do IRL with Bonnie.
do
I
it.
came back and I still had a 1,000 person queue. Like 4 hours later, 5 hours later almost.
I literally do it
think
every
the force
day.
restart every
on a
3
different
hours
server.
is not a bad idea. I can't particularly think of anything else right now off the top of my head. Some of you guys have had some good suggestions and stuff in chat, and we kind of went and we drew some stuff from that too. If there's anything in YouTube comments, chat, say hi YouTube. In the YouTube comments, if you guys have anything to suggest.
Did you guys not hear him? Chat, say hi, YouTube. Did you guys not hear him?
That I'm like, oh hey, that's actually a good idea. Leave a comment. We all know that there's a lot of problems with the queue, and we all know that the queue is not going to last forever. So trying to come up with a solution, you don't want to necessarily come up with a permanent solution for a temporary problem either. So this is going to take a little bit of time and effort, or a little bit of thinking, but hopefully not a whole lot of time. This is probably going to be a problem for anywhere from the next few weeks to the next few months, maybe, realistically.
It's going to be a problem all
Make
of
sure to
Wrath,
subscribe
probably.
to the YouTube channel. If you guys haven't subscribed already, if you have any suggestions, send them my way, and we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can give some good feedback, and hopefully Blizzard gets their stuff together here pretty soon. Bye, YouTube.
Okay, so let's something dinged on his video, and I thought it was me. Let's first of all, I don't think Blizzard is going to do anything to actually upgrade the servers anytime soon. If they do, you know why they will? Is because they're getting such bad PR, because now some of the larger content creators like Esfand, Asmongold, it's funny how like it can't be just coincidence that when Asmongold grabs a hold of something and lambaste Blizzard over something, how many times, like within a week or two, Blizzard has fixed the problem. Yeah, soda poppin', you know, like it's when those large creators start to like go after Blizzard that suddenly something gets done, particularly Asmongold. Not all the time, but there have been times in the past where Asmongold will bring something and mention it, and his YouTube video has like 700,000 views or something like that. And sure enough, Blizzard actually does something at that point. I don't think Blizzard's definitely not going to have something in place by Wrath launch. There's just no way. Will they have something in place in the next month or two? Probably not. I honestly think that if they have something in place at all, it might be something that they're working on long term, and it probably wouldn't happen until they relaunch Classic Vanilla again or something like that, because who knows what's going to happen after Wrath? Nobody does. I've heard some people say Classic Kata, but the overwhelming majority of people that I know have no interest in playing Classic Kata. Then you've got another camp of people that want to play Classic Plus. And there's a lot of people that I talk to that have no interest in playing Classic Plus. The main reason being that, does anyone actually trust Blizzard to do anything? We already had Classic Plus once. It was called Season of Mastery, and it was absolutely trash. It was the like worst game that they've ever, like, version of the game that they've ever come out with. It was so terribly thought out. Like, it eliminated casual players immediately. Like, do you really want Blizzard developing the game? So that's why, like, my opinion is they should just go back and play Classic Vanilla. Because in another year and a half when Wrath is over, there's already people that are itching to play Vanilla. I have people come into my chat every single day and they're like, I want to play Vanilla again, I want to play Vanilla again, I want to play Vanilla again. Want to play Everlook with me? Yes, I will. I would probably play on a private server again if they don't come out with Vanilla after Wrath is done. I would probably actually play on a private server because I don't have any interest in wasting my time with something that Blizzard is developing, like a Classic Plus, because I think it'll be absolutely trash. And I have no interest in playing Cataclysm. Like, absolutely zero interest in playing Cataclysm. So as far as like when will these servers be fixed, I don't honestly think that they will. I think maybe at best they've learned their lesson from allowing people to transfer like this, and maybe, you know, in the future they will look at it and say, okay, we are limiting transfers once the population gets to this size. But the problem with Blizzard and their employees is they're greedy. And the people that are making the decisions, they get paid large bonuses. They're paid with stock options. And you're asking these people to limit the amount of revenue that their company can bring in, which lowers the price of lowers the price of stocks, and therefore it lowers the actual bonuses that you get at the end of the year. Like, this is literally the situation that Blizzard is in. They're just too greedy for their own good, and you can't trust them to actually make a good decision, because they're thinking of it more in the line of what benefits their own personal pocketbook than what is actually better for the game long term. So, anyways, I don't think anything is going to happen anytime soon. I don't think Blizzard is putting any effort into this, and I would be shocked to see anything fixed over the course, probably over the course of Wrath. Definitely nothing will happen before Wrath launch, and probably anytime soon after that. And they'll probably just wait it out, encourage people to transfer off, still refuse to give people refunds who paid to transfer to Fairlina and Benediction and stuff like that, which is absurd, because the overwhelming majority of the people that are playing on Fairlina and Benediction are people that didn't start there. I'm a day one person from Fairlina. Why should I leave? That's where I've always been. But the people who transferred there, that was their right to do so, but Blizzard knew what the limitations were of their server, and they still allowed them to transfer. They still allowed them to spend their money on it, and now they're not able to provide a good service for them. And instead of saying, okay, we screwed up, we're going to give you your money back, they're just saying, no, we're just going to let you transfer for free. So anyways, it's just more bad PR for Blizzard. Their servers suck, and they don't care enough about the game to actually put any work into it. So I don't see them actually doing anything in the short term for sure to fix this problem. So anyways, that's it for the video. Anyways, if you like this on YouTube, make sure you go down. The links will all be down below. Go to Esfand's channel, throw him a like, of course. Subscribe to his channel if you're not already. And if you like my commentary on the video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel as well. I do these videos usually once every day or two. And if you want to come to my channel and chat with me about Wrath of the Lich King, anything World of Warcraft, anything about like Game of Thrones or anything like that, or gaming in general, please feel free to stop on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Alodar. I stream 6 nights a week from Tuesday through Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll see that, 9 p.m. Eastern if I can get through the queues, the 4-hour-long queues. So maybe a little bit later, but 9 p.m. Eastern is what I aim for. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.